We're going to Mammoth Cave, great, says no one ever who is claustrophobic. But unfortunately, that's where I'm going. And the reason is, it's 2 weeks until school starts. And when I asked the grandkids, you want to go to the mountains? You want to go to the beach? And they said, no, we want to go to Mammoth Cave. So of course, I'm going to do it. The good thing is, I'm the one that's scheduling the cave tour, so I'm obviously not going to schedule the ones that are tight. You know, fat man squeeze, if you've heard that. So I'm not going to schedule those. We went there last year, the kids had a blast. There's so much to do, so I really can't wait to show you around. So my grandsons are 9 and 10 years old, and I had an awesome surprise schedule for them on our way to the campground. What kid wouldn't like to stop at the Lost River Cave in Bowling Green, Kentucky? This wasn't our main destination, but it turned out to be a great way to begin our cave adventures. Now, instead of walking through this cave, you explore it in a boat as it follows the underground river that goes beneath all this limestone. Our guide shared all the cave's geology, all the local history, and even stories about Jesse James hiding out there at one time. And that was one that particularly caught the attention of one of my grandsons.
In the Lost River Cave, that's when I got interested in Jesse James, and I wanted to learn more and more about him. And then now I know like so much stuff about him.
So what surprised me was like about all of the water like flowing in the cave.
Also, the little cave lobster thingies are in the water. Those were really cool to see. They're like, you could see through them.
You know, that's one of the unexpected rewards of traveling with kids. Sometimes it's not the thing that you planned that leaves the biggest impression.
And at the end, after all the tight squeezes, you get to pick up this big old long hill.
After a quick lunch, we're back on the road, Jellystone bound. It's just up the highway, and that's where the real adventure is about to begin. Little did we know that the campground would become just as memorable as the caves. Last year, this campground made quite an impression on my grandsons. In fact, you know, when I asked them where they wanted to go before school starts, this was their choice. Jellystone isn't just a place to park your RV, it's really a destination built around families. Registration had mostly been handled online, so that wasn't a big deal to get started. And then so we had our site information, our activity schedule, and most importantly, our golf cart. If you're visiting here for the first time, let me save you one mistake. If your budget allows, rent the golf cart. By the end of this trip, it wasn't just transportation, it had really become one of the boys' favorite activities. One of the things you'll notice when you come in is how wide open this place is. It's like you're looking down the road and you see this wide parking area and the building, and then just lots of field and stuff after that. As you leave the office and head down the Boulevard of the Bears, you'll go by like a playground and dog walk. When I refer to playground, that's what I'm talking about, because that's where the kids love to go. It's got all kind of stuff there. It's got gaga ball, it's got the air pillows that they bounce on. It's got just a climbing playground. So that's where all the kids congregate, especially at the end of the day. Now there are 2 swimming pools, one a little more quiet than the other. And there's also a swimming beach. So when I refer to the beach, that's what I'm talking about, sandy. And then to one side of that is a big inflatable obstacle course. Kids love that. One thing Jellystone really does well is it gives families lots of ways to stay here. Whether you bring your own RV, pitch a tent, rent a cabin, or even one of the larger family cottages. There's something here for just about every camping style. So what I like also is if you want to bring other family that doesn't have an RV, this is a great place to do that. The list of activities is impressive.
I also like to ride to the putt-putt in the morning. It's really fun because it has a lot of courses. Some of them have rocks blocking them, some of them go up hills, some of them are just straight down if you make it and you're lucky. And the arcade, it's really funny because it had this big Yogi Bear teddy bear in one of the arcade games if you win it.
And a lot of themed activities, just lots of things to do, and you get the app when you're here, you can look at it or go and look on the list that's posted at the clubhouse. There's honestly no way to do everything in just one visit. The campground roads were perfect for bike riding, and the boys were off exploring almost as soon as we got set up.
I took my bike because it was an awesome place to ride bikes. The playground was just the amount of length where you wouldn't get tired if you rode it. It is very easy to meet friends because it's a very kid-friendly place.
And when it was time to eat, there were lots of options without ever leaving the campground.
They had slushies, snow cones, ices, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs. They had everything you wanted.
Of course, not every activity was a home run. Now, the reason for this trip was Mammoth Cave National Park, and here's one tip I learned the hard way. If you're planning a summer visit, book your cave tour well in advance. By the time we arrived, nearly every tour was already sold out. Now, thankfully, I had reserved the Domes and Dripstones Tour, and it turned out that that was the perfect choice for the kids. I was a little concerned about it because it did have more tight spaces and lots of stairs to climb and go down. This tour includes hundreds of stairs, incredible rock formations, and just enough adventure to keep everyone engaged. Now, I'm 6'4", and squeezing me through some of that stuff was a little tight, so when you talk about knockout rock, I had a lot more close encounters than the little guys did. Now, for me, one of the best parts wasn't just seeing the cave, it was listening to what caught their attention. I mean, they noticed things I probably would have walked right past. I also discovered that if you have the senior lifetime pass for the national parks, that you can use that for a discount after you've already booked your tickets. You actually have to take your card and you can get a refund on a portion of that. Now, as impressive as Mammoth Cave was, I was still curious about one thing. So I asked both boys the same question. Would you rather come back here or spend a week at the beach?
I'd rather go to Jellystone than the beach. Like, it's really fun, but you really would want to go there if you had the chance because everybody is so nice there. They will do anything for you. They're so nice.
Sure, Mammoth Cave was the reason we came, but when they looked back on the trip, they weren't just talking about the cave. They remembered, riding bikes. They remember exploring the putt-putt course, all the new friends, and swimming and laughing, and just spending 3 days being kids. For us, this trip wasn't really about choosing Mammoth Cave over the beach. It was about spending a few more days together before another school year begins. And I can't think of a better reason to hook up the RV. Now I understand why they chose this trip over the beach. Mammoth Cave got us here.
My favorite part of that whole trip was going into the 700 stair cave. The Domes and Dripstones Tour.
And Jellystone made the memories, and the time together made it just unforgettable. One thing I hadn't expected was how much they enjoyed their independence. I mean, they weren't asking us every 5 minutes what to do next. They'd grab their bikes, go meet their friends, head off to the next activity. I mean, we always knew where they were, but they felt like they had some little adventures of their own. The campground's laid out in a way that let them experience a little independence while still staying close enough that, we were pretty comfortable. As grandparents, we sometimes spend a lot of time choosing the perfect campground, the perfect campsite, with all the hookups and, where you're located on the campground. But after, listening to the boys, I realized they're measuring this trip totally different than I do. They remembered riding bikes, riding in the golf cart, making friends, exploring caves, swimming until they were absolutely worn out. And not once did they ever mention the campsite. Maybe that's a lesson. The destination matters, but the memories are made in everything that happens in between. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time.